Ashworth described one of the best ever football directors that the English side has ever gone ahead to produce. To Man United is very close. He has gone ahead to say yes to the club of Man United proposal, and all he's waiting for is green light from Newcastle. This comes after the FA and the Premier League have gone ahead to approve Sir Jim Ratcliffe's minority takeover of 25%, and it's pending transaction completion from Ineos to the Glazers accounts, and then the rest will be history. After that, he's gonna sit down and really talk, or do what we call an interview, addressing the fans of Man United and what he has on paper to take Man United to where they deserve to be. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, tomorrow is a Guyuma Kareem. So I hope you guys are really doing fun. Now, let's jet straight into where we want to be, and this is where we are gonna take this channel to. Now, this has been all over the park, but let's start it off from where it started. It was all about Mail Sport, that is Simon Jones, that Dan Ashton wants to join Man United, and if compensation package is agreed, there will be movement in the coming days. There has been no fallout, but it's thought the lure of the project at Man United and his relationship with Bracefold has persuaded him to move on. Now, you know, 100% new to it that Dan Ashworth is really gonna be at Man United when his name was really included in the sporting directors that Man United is looking at, because if we manage to convince a guy who was at Man City, one of the most successful clubs in the recent 6-7 years in the world of football, and he really abandoned Man City and came to Man United, then what of Dan Ashworth? Meaning that Berada wanted to come in at Man United to obviously be a CEO, and yet at Man City it was going to be very hard for him to become a CEO because Silvinho and Begristan were not looking like they're going to leave Manchester City, meaning that he wanted those top positions, and no one could obviously get him those top positions. And the only person that could really get him that was Man United. So even Dan Ashworth, being an Englishman, he knows that Man United is the hugest club in English football history, and chances like those knock once at every man's door. I think it's one of those things that Omar Berada went ahead and really looked at, because there are very many other people that can really come in through and do the job. But why did they go for Omar Berada? Because they wanted obviously coming through and really know exactly what Man City is going to hate to do to become what they are right now. They're going to hate to overtake the city of Manchester. Remember, Ferguson used to call them noisy neighbors, and they're going to hate to turn out to be the most consistent team in the world. So I think even Dan Ashworth had to really note it. This chance knocks once at every man's door, and trust me, no one who is really contacted by Man United and hasn't gone ahead to work at a top level for a team like Man United that can deny a chance to work with Man United. When I talk about working a top team, for top teams, you must have worked for Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United. I think Man City is not yet that team that is going to hate to attain the name like Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, and Liverpool have gone ahead to build for years. And trust me, the moment Man United reorganizes itself, Arsenal, Liverpool, and I think Liverpool has already reorganized itself under Jurgen Klopp, and Chelsea, Man City won't really get the shine. They've been getting the shine because these teams were in a rebuild. But if United takes a center stage like we're going to hate to see Arsenal take, it's going to be something different altogether. So that is it. He wants to join Man United. That is Dan Ashworth. Then Alex Crook, coming in through from TalkSport, came up with a story that read, via TalkSport, Man United are willing to pay Newcastle extra compensation to ensure Dan Ashworth starts work at Old Trafford sooner than later. I tell you that we need this guy to come in through very soon, because he needs to start work latest 1st April, because we'll be having April and May to really put up a short list of players that Man United wants to sign. I know Ten Hag, John Mata, Jean-Claude or Mal Berada have gone ahead to make their list, but a sporting director has the last say on every transfer that you've gone ahead to obviously coming through and really agree on. So this guy is the last nail in the coffin for every deal that's going to be really coming in through, and he has to approve it. Then we've been told by Luke Edwards-Telly that Man United may need to pay more than £10 million if they want to prize Dan Ashworth away from Newcastle. I think those are peanuts for what he's going to bring in at Man United. Those are peanuts. So for me, it's not all about the money. It's all about what this guy is going to bring at the club of Man United. Something very sensational that we have to obviously give green light to happen. Then Simon Jones went ahead and said Man United and Newcastle are expected to reach an agreement over Dan Ashworth by early next week. A formal approach from Man United is being prepared for the sporting director, and swift conclusion is the preference of all parties. So he's going to come in through to be the sporting director of Man United, and they want it as fast as possible. They don't want to really waste any time, and they want it to happen as fast as possible. So that's what Man United is really running towards. And then after that, Fabrizio Romano came out and really told us that Dan Ashworth is ready to say yes to the Man United project. After positive discussions with Ineos, he made it known to Newcastle and United. Now the situation depends on two clubs. That is Fabrizio Romano for you. And today morning, he has said Dan Ashworth has already said yes to Man United. He's prepared to accept their proposal as it's considered big opportunity and project. Understand Man United are intentioned to negotiate and pay compensation to Newcastle. They absolutely want Dan Ashworth now, not in 2025. Now, they are talking now. These are the people I want. If you want something, we should go for it. We cannot wait and act like underdogs, because Manchester United is not an underdog. The name that we've gone ahead to make for years should come in through and obviously kickstart in to play a very huge role for the club of Man United. That's why Omar Berada is here. Then Dan Ashworth is also here to take us to where we deserve to be as a club of Man United. So for me, I'm really excited. I just can't wait to see how things are really going to pan out immediately. This is when this is put to bed. But this guy is really very, very good. He was at Brighton and he brought in Evan Ferguson, the Caicedos of this world, and very many others. So he's very important, and he's going to see United turn around a corner that they've never gone ahead to turn around ever since Alex Ferguson was really no longer at Man United. And you've gone ahead to see to it that the Ineos people have gone ahead to really get back Alex Ferguson. Though he was there, but he was on the board, he was not making decisions. David Gill is back. You know, David Gill worked with Alex Ferguson, and he was one of the most successful, I think, CEOs for the club of Man United. Then they've gone ahead to combine that experience. And trust me, if you're having Alex Ferguson, David Gill, Dan Ashworth, Omar Berada, David Bresfold, Jean-Claude, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, working under all those ahead of Eric Ten Hag, there is no way Man United is not going to really excel. And that is it. We are going to excel, and everything is going to move into the right direction. So, thank you very much for watching through. Rokan David is my name. I call upon for your reactions in the comment section below about Dan Ashworth to United. Very, very close, and it's 95% loading. Very soon, it's going to be made official, because Newcastle have gone ahead obviously looking for replacements that they want to come in through and replace this guy. A story that is making rounds today. Eric Ten Hag has gone ahead obviously coming through and really do what we call a pre-match press conference as far as United playing away at Luton is concerned, and I'm gonna come live and really talk to you about that. So may the living God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. And for the Muslims, tomorrow is a Juma Karim endeavor to go ahead and really do also some prayers. So your thoughts are welcome. You know, don't forget to subscribe. You know, we are left with 14 days to end this month, and we want to hit 20,000. So this is 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month. I know we can make it happen, and later the match preview is going to be up on this channel. You guys are going to watch it and enjoy it. So I sign out for now. See you later. Bye bye, my mates.